think the question for you that you need to ask yourself is how many minutes are you saving per day to your health?
Hi everyone, welcome to one more episode of Higher Talks. As you know, this is not an interview, and today I have always a very special guest, Hugo Barreto. We were colleagues before, and I'm super happy to have Hugo here. Welcome, Hugo.
Thank you for having me here.
Of course, of course. And today we'll talk about a very, I would say, important topic for both of us: the importance of fitness to be a successful and a happy professional, and not only a professional but also a person, right? I think exercise and fitness it's very, very key for us to keep our focus, to keep our discipline, to be ourselves. And when I started to run, Hugo was giving me the first tips, I would say, almost 10 years ago. And today it's a professional running, and I still follow him a lot and got a lot of inspiration from him. So it's really good to see you here, Hugo. And I would like to start this conversation diving a little bit deeper where you are right now. So if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, and also if your life was a book nowadays, what title your life would have, and which chapter are you currently living?
Yeah, so first of all, let me just correct one thing that I'm not, a pro runner, as you mentioned. Sometimes in
Almost.
my mind, I would like to bring this kind of thoughts that I'm a pro athlete, but just to convince myself to run more, but I'm not, okay? uh, I've started my career in a communication agency, really focused on PR. I would say I have my core is related with that. Then I've started working in the marketing. I've basically have my experience past several companies working in some marketing departments. I would say that recently more focus on the online marketing, and this is the area where I'm working with right now, implementing projects related with digital projects. I would say websites or add-ons that you can have across several websites that can improve the user experience. So you mentioned about the book. The question, if I would say, if I can say like a title for one particular book, I would say that is never too late. Could be a good name, and I'm
Nice.
just mentioning that because it will be a combination or a good mix between something more technical combined with some inspirational quotes. And also, in the end, I would say some blank pages so I can analyze the results and then write after that, because I would like to keep some possibility to write or rewrite if needed.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Good one. And what would you say that is the chapter that you are living at the moment?
So right now, I would say that because usually I'm comparing myself with people with my age as well, and I feel that okay, we are in the same age, but now for some reason I'm living. I would say my 10 years that are already passed,
Okay.
because you mentioned the sports, and basically it's based on that. Right now I'm doing what probably I was supposed to do 10 years ago, and I'm getting the results that probably someone with that age will get at this particular time. So this make me think that the chapter where I am now is basically the one that are discovering that doesn't really matter the age, you'll still have potential to discover. And also it's good to check watch that my fitness age is less than 10 years ago, which is good and give me that motivation to say that.
Nice, nice. Let's not reveal your age, and let's people drop a guess in the comments, and then afterwards we will tell them to see how well conserved are you, Hugo, and how running it's impacting on that. And talking about the impact, what do you think that exercise and fitness? What was the impact that this particular field had in your life?
Yeah, okay. So I would say three good reasons. So one is related with nutrition and well-being in general. So it's important for us just to keep keep the shape, to keep the mind healthy and our body as well. It's super important. Then it's about creating a mindset to define a goal and then create a strategy to achieve that particular goal. And this obviously is related with exercise, fitness, but also very quick you can combine with the business side and with the career. It gives you like you are training to do that. It's just to implement the same blueprint to other things, and then improve some skills that I think it's important for both sides, which is set priorities and time management. Because getting the second point is creating a strategy to achieve objectives is basically you need to put some time for training in your busy schedule where you have work, family, you have other things to do, and you still need to do some miles or to go to the gym in that case. So you need to combine everything, and this kind of can be a very good way to teach you, if you don't know, to teach you probably in a way that is a bit more without security. Just you are there, you need to do it, and that's it. You need to find a solution for that. So this maybe are the 3 points that I would raise for for that question.
Yeah, no, no, really good ones. And I think having the time, it's always the excuse that everyone says, oh, I don't have time for it. And what I always say, you don't have the priority for it. Just admit it and embrace it. Because then you can find the time if you know that you are not putting exercise as a priority. And that's completely normal. I think everyone miss trainings, but I think the excuse shouldn't be time, because we spend time watching Netflix, we spend time reading, we spend time doing a lot of stuff that sometimes are not that important for us, and we don't prioritize the things that are important for us. So I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, let me add two things. So it's not only good things about it, because I have to tell you that I drop the point that is related with watch Netflix series. Sometimes I do watch, or at least listen while I'm running during night or early morning. I put it on my phone, and then I have my headphones, and I'm listening, or a podcast or something like that. But I also drop something that I'm really passionate for. It's motorcycle, and something that I really like to do. But it's as you mentioned, priority. So I dropped that. I sold. So I don't have this issue anymore. I don't have this this
Took it
issue
out.
to think about. So it's not there, and I'm focusing on priority things right now: family, work, and this running set that I'm talking.
Nice, nice. Yeah, sometimes we need to take the temptations that are in front of us, so we focus on what matters. It's a really good one. Looking back, when you decided like not to be a pro runner but to be more focused on running, and looking back right now that you improve a lot of things on your nutrition, on your routine, which advice or recommendation will you give to someone that wants to do the same path as you, so become more healthy, become more regular at exercising? Which type of things would you change in your routine to conquer this goal faster?
Okay, so I need to be careful with that, because on my company right now, when I'm talking about food, nutrition, health, and all of that, sometimes people, here we go again talking about it. So I'll be very very relaxed with it. And I think this is, first of all, to define what you want to do and select an exercise, a sport that you feel you have pleasure to do. In my case, it's running, not only because it's something that I like to do, but it's super easy to put in practice. You just put your sneakers on and outside your place you can start running. But if it's bike or if it's any other sport, you just select this one, and instead to do, for example, in terms of running kilometers, think about time, like running 5 minutes, start with 5 minutes. And if you cannot run during the whole process, the whole time, just walk, for example, 4 minutes and run 1 minute. And then next day or after 2 days, do 10 and a little bit more. And for any reason, one day you don't want to do because you are tired, don't do it. Don't stress about it. I think the question for you that you need to ask yourself is, how many minutes are you saving per day to your health? This is the point. And if you don't have a clear answer, or if you don't say like 20 minutes per day, 20 minutes per day, I think it's fine to your health. I think your health deserve it. So, but if you don't have a clear answer, it's a signal that you need to do something about it. And as I mentioned, you can walk for 5 minutes and then run another minute. I think there's a good way to start, very soft, but try to start for something that you enjoy, you have pleasure to do.
Yeah, no, that's really important, because if you do something that you don't like, and usually there is this problem with running, that nobody likes to run in the beginning, I think, or a lot of people don't like to run. Then we do it once, we do it twice with some colleagues, and then we start to enjoying a little bit more. Was the same with you, or was something that you enjoy since the start?
So I've started running, I would say, about 14 years ago. In the beginning, I think I enjoyed to run, but it was like very low kilometers. I would say like 2, 4, maximal 6. So it was quite easy. Also because I used to run nearby my place, so usually it's like around maybe 20, 30 minutes, and that's it. So I think that there was not enough time to get, I don't know, tired of running. So it was
Yeah,
something that I always enjoyed. But I have to tell you that most of people I know that are super addicted right now, they used to say that, oh, I hate to run.
yeah.
I'll never run. It's, something not for me. And now they, love it.
They do 3 hours running without stopping. And what was the trigger for you to start to do long distance?
So I've started with my first race was a 10 kilometers race. But then I think it's normal for someone that is running to start to jump for example, think about a half marathon. And it's
Yeah,
normal when you complete a half marathon to think, oh, this is, enough. I'm not going to do more than that. But then you start thinking, what about a marathon? What I need to do that? And sometimes this is something that you need to apply a strategy behind to do that. Not only the training plan, which is important, but a marathon give you enough time for you to think and to plan really well. This can determine if you succeed. And I mean, you can complete the marathon like in 6 hours, but I would say that it's not super hard to complete a marathon. It's hard to complete fast the marathon. This is the
exactly.
this is the point. But because you can have lots of techniques to complete. If obviously if you train well, the thing is when you set some goals and you want to achieve them. So the preparation for that, and I would say the most complicated part sometimes is the effort that you need to put during your training plan, because the race day is the best part, I would say. Obviously you need to implement everything, but there are some training days more complicated than the race day.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, because when it's the racing day, I think it's the result of your training. So if you train well, the racing day will be very easy. If the trainings weren't there, the race day will be very painful. So I totally get what you mean, and I think it's really important also to enjoy of the competition because you are competing with yourself,
Mm.
especially in these runs. So you need to enjoy it.
Yeah,
And
and just one last
yeah,
note
yeah.
related with for people that are starting and don't know how to start. Also, there are some very good apps that you can define the time that you have. And for example, you are at home, you don't have any kind of equipment. You have some suggestions in terms of what you can do for the time you have. So I think this will reduce the excuses, and people can think about it. And again, the question is the time that you have to spend to your health. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. And if it's only 20 minutes, I think you also should think a little bit more because we have 24 hours. So why only spend 20 minutes on our health? That is a super important topic nowadays. And like you said, I think running is one of the most easiest sports to start because it just needs shoes and you can just go out of your door and do it. And that's why I think, at least myself, I can be consistent on running because it's so easy to start. And sometimes I'm traveling, I just need to bring my shoes and my phone to keep track of the time because I like to do it as well. So usually, like in a bike, you need to go with a bike, you need to go somewhere else. Swimming, you need to go to a pool. So they put a lot of obstacles in front of you, and that becomes harder to continue to be consistent. While running, usually, even if it's raining a lot outside, you can still go to a run, even though people usually don't don't like to do it. So I think that helps quite
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
true. It's true.
Yeah, yeah. And how people can be more consistent in their workouts.
Yeah, so I think to have like, as I mentioned, or an app or a training plan. Most of smartwatches they have like a tool that allow you to basically define a plan, and then you just need to go out, click on start, and then you have a specifically way to do it. Also, if you struggle to complete a good training plan that is only connected to an app, it's to have someone like a team that can provide you a training plan. What is the difference? Is basically you have someone that will look at your results every week and give you some feedback and some ways to improve. And now you are not sharing with the algorithm the result with
Mhm.
someone that will share with you some tips, and you don't want to fail to someone than the
Yeah.
algorithm. And this what I'm saying is really close to sometimes to the business side, to the work side. So if we are disciplined enough to do that, we have the tools that we can be more, I would say, prepared on the training day, then you can apply on your business side as well,
Yeah.
which can help you a lot as well.
Yeah. No, and here you're talking. You're also talking a lot about accountability of sharing the results with others. That is something that on the business world we also need some accountability, and having peers or a leader that can inspire us or tracking us on that sense. I think it's super important, right?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. This help you as well to, because when you set a goal, after that, okay, this is, I would say, the easy part. Then you need to establish a strategy and complete it to make it happen, basically.
Exactly, exactly. It's not only envision it, but really make the effort to make it happen. So when you set up this type of goals to yourself of running a marathon or doing other type of competitions, is something that you decide by yourself, or it's also a peer pressure from the people that train together with you?
No, no. I think this part is fine because usually we set some goal, and the goal can be just better compared with the last one. So I always try just to rephrase that. So basically, is to have, let's say, your PB this race, and for the next one you want to improve. That's it. This can be the goal, but I would like to define some precise time on it. I also have,
Mm.
because of my YouTube channel, I'm trying to incentivize, to motivate people as well to do the same, and I will share the process. And sometimes I'll give some precise time. I want to do this or that, and this is what I sometimes I feel again connecting with the business side some stress because
Hmm.
I'm applying good strategies to do that. Also, my coach shared with me that that what I need to do, but there's some other points that I need to make sure that are in very good shape for me to complete that. And sometimes it's not possible, and you need to go back, revisit it again, and try again. Do probably in a different way because there's with the sports, there's lots of things involved. It's not only the training day, obviously, it's not only the training, but during the race day, you can feel bad for some reason. There's the nutrition side, there's the weather, there's some external um, things that can, I would say, delay your process. But also,
Hmm.
there's one super strong. It's your mind that um, can completely change that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the motivator speech. I don't want to say that, but there's a moment that you need to motivate yourself when you are there, because believe me, when you are in a marathon, kilometer 35, you are everything in your body saying stop right now, that's it. And what you gonna do now? You need to speak to yourself because it's you versus you in that case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. And we always run from the pain, even when we are running. So I imagine that's a difficult conversation to have with ourselves. And I think also the training also comes in, but some resilience and extra motivation really helps to finish the 7 kilometers that you need to do.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you recently put the targets that you didn't complete for a marathon. Uh,
Yeah, it's less
yeah,
than 3 hours, the marathon,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah. Is it?
still looking for this. I would say for this goal, I had everything what I should have in terms of training and all of that, but there was a moment at kilometer probably 35, as I mentioned, that I think I stopped believing about it, and I start getting some excuses just to now this is not gonna happen. I believe all the way, but in this
Mhm.
precise moment, there's something that happened that I probably felt that now this is not gonna happen. And when race is over and you start thinking about it, you start saying, oh, I don't know, maybe it was this or that. So but this is something that you need to train as well. As you
Mhm.
train, for example, when I'm racing, I will when I'm training, I will train to get a bottle of water open and drink, because this can be a hard work when you are in during the race. So you need to train that to drink your gel, everything. You need to train that as well. Your mind to do. But obviously, most important part is the training, and that's why I need to every day I run every day, or at least I have some workout every day, and you need to complete that. You need to the app that I use with my coach is the one that every day I have just to click start, and this will upload immediately the information for him. He can evaluate, but for me it's important to every morning this app is in red. When I will do, it's green. So that's
Okay.
it. For me, it's like a checklist is done.
Yeah, yeah. It's a gamification that you
Yeah,
have in order to help you. Uh, and sometimes this is very funny because we need to trick our brain with these little things because they help us in the long run. Because I think it's human impossible that you run every day if you don't have an app or someone telling you to do it or some like extra goal, because you'll be tired one day and you don't want to get up. But then you have that little incentive that says, yeah, you need to come one more day. And I think that's super beneficial for your success.
yeah, and I think it's important for each person to have like a different, maybe different strategy to achieve that goal. Sometimes it's just hear listen music, or to have some motivation speech that there's on YouTube, lots of things about it, or just just an objective to do a half marathon because of this or that, or something related with health, or just to want to improve. So it's important also to have that in mind. And so it can be super different. Sometimes I'm starting a race and I look at people nearby to me with we are all of there's lots of people there, probably each one with a different objective, with a different reason why they are there. It's sometimes I'm thinking about it. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah. No, touching on that, and if you don't mind to go a little bit on this topic about your last marathon, I think was very useful that you share that the result wasn't the one that you wanted. But first of all, why this goal was important for you to do a marathon in less than 3 hours?
Yeah. So well, because sub 3 hours, it's I would say that is a mark, a very important mark that will define you not as a pro athlete, but is at least an athlete that is putting the effort to improve that. So for me, it's important because it's historically in my YouTube channel, I'm creating like a path that I'm completing some levels, and this is the next one that I want because I would like to do that and say that it's possible combining work, family, but you can still have a good pace, a good results during that race. And I've prepared everything in terms of the strategy, but during the full marathon, you have different feelings. You start very, even if you start very conservative. That I did that. Uh, Thinking about the pace, thinking about everything. Sometimes this is bad as well because you are overthinking about checking everything and make sure that everything is aligned. But you have different emotions during the process. You feel in the beginning very strong, but then you start doubting things. Then you feel tired, or you just feel what I'm doing here. This happened all the races. I've just thought, what I'm doing here, this is not for me. Come on, go home, watch Netflix series, for example. But then immediately change. This is the good part, for good and for bad.
Yeah.
This will change kilometer by kilometer. Your mind is changing, and the balance is very positive. But there's some point of the race that you feel you are tired, and you feel probably some pain as well. So, and is a game between you, what you are feeling, your body as well. So you can use that. You can play with it. Okay, you are in one precise moment that you can. Okay, I'm there. I'm tired. I'm feeling a bit of pain. What I'm gonna do now? It's when the race starts, and it's when you can play a little bit. So usually when I go for a marathon, when I see 21 kilometers, so half marathon done, it's where I think, okay, now the game begins here. Now is the marathon starting right now. And sometimes I can replicate the same for other things, for some projects as well, because you are not, always in a good position, or with a good, your emotions are not always, well. Also, other things can have a huge impact on you that you cannot control. You can sleep. You cannot sleep well for some reason. You had a bad night, or also you have some issues with your nutrition as well. This can impact. So I would say that is focus or in what you can control in that moment, because the other things you cannot control. You cannot control that suddenly it's raining a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
deal with it. This can happen. So you need to focus on the objective and make sure that what you can do, what you can control, you can have an action on it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Focus on what you can control and not, and embrace what you cannot control. That's a very good one. And what you'll say that you'll change now that you didn't accomplish the main goal that you had for the marathon? Which things will you change in your practice, in your mind, to be able to achieve this goal?
So yeah, when I finish the marathon, Basically, I've finished 8 minutes more than what I was expected. So first thought is, can I do it again? Let me just try it, because now I'm gonna, yeah, you know.
We'll do
So
it better.
obviously it was not possible that day, but I felt I need to say, be very transparent. I felt okay. I failed. It was my best time for the marathon, because last one it was like 3 hours and 22, and this was 2 hours and sorry, three
Three
hours
hours.
22 minutes, and this one
Hmm.
was 3 hours and 8 minutes, which was
Very good already.
my personal best, but I was
Yeah.
not happy with it.
Hmm.
Probably if I did not set any goal, I was happy. Oh,
Hmm.
it's a good time, but I would prefer to set this goal. I know it's probably challenging, but I also have some clues and some I would say some points that, based on my training, I have enough information to say, okay, this is possible. And that's why I also
Of course.
uh, have that in mind. Um, so when I complete the race, I just thought, okay, that's it. No, for 8 minutes, I didn't get the time I want. Let me prepare the next one. And prepare the next one, probably put more volume, try
Hmm.
to run more kilometers, but less intensity, more volume in that case.
Yeah.
And also could be not a very good day. Try to not stress a lot, because maybe
Hmm.
of the channel, sometimes the YouTube channel, I feel that I'm very pressure about it. And come on, I'm not a pro athlete. I don't it, I would say I don't depend on it. It's not like I have sponsors and I'm going to lose the sponsors. Nike is going to say, "Oh, we don't want you anymore," so they don't want me anyway. So in
Yet,
that
yet.
case, I don't need to feel like that. So I'm very stressed in the
Yeah.
beginning, also the day before, and this is something I can try to improve for the next one. Try to enjoy race. Try to enjoy
Hmm.
the race. Enjoy the whole moment, because
Yeah.
you have time that you just training a lot, running lots of hours, and this is the moment that you need to put everything in practice. So think in a different way. And at the moment that I'm feeling that, okay, I'm not, you will see that you drastically decrease your speed. You need to act there. Obviously, it's easy to say now that I'm sitting here and I'm okay and drinking some water, very, very chill. But there's something that I will change, and also to avoid things or get better. For example, I failed to, the spots where you get the water. So I
Hmm.
failed to. I passed
Okay.
by, and I didn't manage to get the water. Actually, I filled one, and the other one I get the glass, the cup of water, but with no water in, which was
Oh,
really bad.
well,
And you need to
yeah,
hydrate yourself in that case. So
exactly.
there's a few things that immediately when the race finished, you'll start thinking about the next one and try to, okay, I'll do this or that to improve.
Yeah, yeah. But you touched on a really good point that probably if you didn't set up the goal, you'll be happy with the results. And now you set up the goal and you are not happy because you didn't achieve it, even though that you um, got better like 15 minutes, which is something amazing in running. And I think that also tells a lot about you and the type of person that you are, that you really set up goals and try to conquer them. And yeah, some people are happy of going to a race without any goal, and then they will be happy with any result. And that's the drawback of setting goals. It's you might be not so happy with your achievements because you didn't make them, but that's what I think make the achievements even better when you conquer them, because you put a goal, you achieve it, you did your best, and you conquer the result. When you don't do it, you learn a lesson and you do better the next time. And I think that's very true, not only for fitness but for every business and personal interaction, to be successful with that mindset, that I think help us more than not setting up a goal before. um, well, one thing that you touched in the beginning, Hugo, regarding time management, and since you also do a lot of things, so you work, you do your YouTube channel, you run a lot, how you coordinate everything and how you have time to sleep.
So sleep is super important, and actually, um, I would say in the beginning, I would struggle a little bit on this particular area because is during night is where I put some work in practice as well if I need it to do other things, but then. I've noticed that this will decrease my fitness level in terms of running because you need to rest to be
Hmm.
prepared for the next day. So what I'm doing now is to probably go to bed earlier, and sometimes I go for a run at 5:40, uh, and I allow me 5 minutes to be in bed, deciding, oh, I'm gonna, wake up, let me, go out immediately. If it's raining or not, I don't care. So I will go, because I will feel better in the end of the day. Also, I have more time in the end of the day. So when I do not have time or I have meetings, I will do the earlier morning. Most of the days I'll do during my lunchtime. So I'll lunch really quick, probably after my training. Not probably. Usually it's after my training because it's like the recover nutrition. So I have a gym nearby my place and also my office. I'll go there during my lunchtime. I'll do what I have to do and then I will eat and I'll try to make the time enough to do that because obviously then I have my working hours and then I need to get my daughter to the school to be with my family as well, so it's a bit of combining things. That's why I've dropped a few things like series and we don't have time for everything, or I would say we have time for everything what we actually want. And during the weekends, it's where I have my long runs. When I say
Okay.
long run, sometimes running like 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. So this is what I actually I have to do. Also combined with other things that I need to do during the weekend. But it's I would say that it's a priority set that you need to have here, and sometimes wake up a little bit earlier. At least for me, works really well. I already run at maybe 11 p.m. as well, or a little bit late, but it depends of the day. I think it's important to be flexible with that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think most people also do it in the mornings, but then if you miss the morning, you still have your all day to recover, and usually nights are a good place to be. And you can do everything, you cannot do everything at the same time.
yeah, exactly.
So,
And what I do during the morning, because it's the worst part, is to get ready. Is basically I prepared everything nearby to my bed. Just need to wake
Mhm.
up and dress, and that's it. I go out. Obviously, if I have like a structured training day with something really hard that I need to have breakfast, because I need, obviously I will need to have for that because it's super high intensity. I will
Yeah,
not do during morning, but
yeah.
most of them I can do during the morning, and I will have the breakfast in my way when I go to work. So usually I do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, it's a good tip as well. Sometimes I also put the shoes in front of me, so the first thing that I saw when I wake up, it's really the equipment and the shoes, and I think that really helps to set up your mind to do it. And I think it's a bit with everything, right? If you want to pursue something, put that thing in front of you, and it will become much easier to get. So thanks a lot for all the tips that you share. I think this history about your marathon and how you overcome it was super interesting. And we are coming to an end here on our podcast, but I would like to leave our audience with some like practical tips. And I know that is not recipes for success that everyone can follow, but there is certain habits and certain things that we can do that help us to put out there. So for the people that are really seriously about fitness, they do already something, but they want to go to the next level. Which hacks or tips would you share with them in order to help them to continue to have a successful professional life, a successful personal life, but also give the next step in terms of fitness to achieve higher goals? That can be on running, can be in another sports, but which things would you share with this type of people?
Well, I would say that if you're planning to run during the morning, as I mentioned, to make it easy to have everything nearby to you, this help a lot. And then I would say this is. I hope it doesn't sound like a cliche, but it's don't think too much, just do. And I'm saying that because sometimes we are during the weekend and we are planning. Let's say Saturday. Oh, next Monday I'll start doing some exercise or I'll start my diet. Don't say that, because if
Mhm.
you really want to do it exactly when you are thinking about it. You don't need to do, because talking about running, you think about running 40 minutes, an hour. Do less time. Do a little bit that can help you with. Also, add some um, extra points that can help you. For example, bring music with you, bring a podcast. I think it's a good feeling to, for example, to listen a podcast that you never have time to do, and you can do some exercise and listen or music or a podcast. You are doing two things at the same time. You are having, I'll say, 26 hours per day right now, because you are doing two things. So this can help a lot. Try to simplify things. And also, apart from think about the time that you are spending for your health, think about what you are sharing with your family, the image that you are giving for your kids when you are running, what you want to share with him. Because one thing is to say, oh, eat the soup or do this or eat healthy things. Another thing is go out and run. And your kids, for example, in that case, can see you doing that. Also, for your colleagues, can incentivize them, because it's easy to say things, but then to do some kind of to put in practice is really good. So I would say three things: simplify, to get everything nearby to you, just to reduce the effort, and you have everything ready to go. Just need you to do it. Then instead to set things for next Monday, do it now during this weekend. I truly believe that you feel much better because you accomplished right now something.
Mhm.
And the other one is bring some music with you. The time that you are spending, do other things like a podcast, a series, uh, some lesson that can be very very good for you as well. I think there's some points that can help you with. And also, do not think like 40 minutes. Think about 10, 15 that can help you with. And you don't need to go to the gym. Download an app. You can do something in your place. This can help you with as well.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think all the tips that you gave are super valid. But you touch in one that I think it's super critical, that we can tell others what to do. Right? Tell your kids, hey, you need to exercise, you need to do better, but they will do what you do. Right? If you eat unhealthy and you are telling them to eat healthy, they won't follow it. Right? They will follow your example. So I think also being proud of ourselves and do what we believe and tell others to do what we do, it's much easier than telling them to do something that we don't. So I think that tip, it's really key to keep us motivated and to keep us disciplined regarding sports, because it's not easy. It takes us time, but also give us back time, and also can help other people to do the same. And I think that's very very beneficial. Hugo, super interesting. Any final remarks from your side?
Well, just say thank you for that, and I hope not only you as well. I hope to see you in a race very soon, but also to invite your all audience to to start doing some kind of exercise. Not only about running. I don't want to be like super. Oh, everybody should run. No, you should do what is make more sense for you. But thinking about your health, I think this is the most important part.
Yeah, yeah, agree. Hugo, thanks one more time for the message that you shared. I think was super beneficial to everyone watching us. I hope that everyone on the other side continues to exercise or exercise even more after this, being run, being cycling, being whatever you like to do, like Hugo said. And yeah, if you have any questions, anything that you'd like to share, use the comment section for that. It was a pleasure to be here with you. And also, one more time, thank you, Hugo, for taking your time. That is a very busy agenda to be here with us today. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.